So let's take on the Microprose AIs at Diplomacy as England. Now, in this game, what you're watching here is a live feed of a game, played back at twice the speed for interest. And I've opened up here with a very standard English opening. And the first decision that befalls me is, where do I look to bounce people out? And I considered probably Holland would be a better choice because I want to keep Germany weak, because I want to attack them first. Now I'm going the fully committal route up to the Barents Sea there, because I'm not afraid of a French backstab in the early stages of the game, because I know the AI. And indeed, I'm going to hop into the English Channel without fear, because I know I can't really upset him. Although I'm not going to attack France for a while, I'm just going to use it to gain access to Belgium. Now with these AIs, a number of the moves that you'll see me make won't work, and I know they won't work. And the reason I do it is because eventually, sometimes it will change its mind and it will work. And so when you reach a stalemate situation, it's worth keep plugging away just in case you get what you want. So there I've made sure of Belgium. Now the idea for me here is I just want to make sure I get at least one gain every turn, because the point of these videos is it's a kind of as quick as possible win I'm trying to show you, but it is warts and all, and sometimes I make mistakes, and that makes the game more interesting. So I'm going to keep plugging away at St. Petersburg there, just in case, you never know. Now I'm backstabbing France. I'm not scared. I don't think they can do much to me. And I want to pick up the Scandinavian countries as early as possible as a kind of springboard into Germany. At the moment, still building fleets. You'll see I put one over in Liverpool there. That's so I can start the campaign against France, this being a speed game. And Heligoland, Bight and Skagerrak, often excellent ways of getting into Germany, so I'll grab that as soon as possible. Although I'm not sure, do I really want to do it just yet? Sometimes I have to put orders in a few times because it's very fussy over selecting an area to move into, so that's why you'll see repetition. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't decide to do it here. I self-stood off instead. Better to keep hold of the North Sea. Now, once I've got control of the Mid-Atlantic Ocean, I'm starting to get into a position where I do want to build armies. Because you see, typically they're up in St. Petersburg. That's the end of the line. Can't make any more progress unless I can get a second army moving there. Also, at the moment, Germany's weakened, but is not weak. So, a bit of work to do. That's why I need armies. I went for one more fleet there, obviously getting cautious in my old age. Yeah, maybe I did that as well because it's not quite won in Russia yet. I'll need a bit more support round there, and therefore I need an extra fleet. But after this, I'd be surprised if I didn't start building armies and start ferrying them across. It's looking pretty sweet. That support into there should put paid to Scandinavian countries, and I've then got an excellent springboard to come down, concentrate everything on, well, Germany and France. So in a real game, of course, I wouldn't play like this, because you just incur the wrath of both of them, Germany and France, and they just gang up on you. This game was produced in 1999, or at least it came out in 1999, and I've always loved this interface. I love the way they've programmed this. The only thing that's disappointing is the way the AIs play. They can play the opening year fairly successfully, but it's once they get a taste of success, it seems to lose its way a little bit. And of course, it doesn't really do the diplomacy side justice at all. In fact, you're not really motivated to do any diplomacy with them, because you can beat them anyway. I mean, one nation, you can take on all of them and beat them with pretty much certain knowledge that you'll win. Although when you come to see the Italy video, you have to be very careful in the way you get off the mark there. So here we are. This is kind of a classic route into Germany. I've got the Scandinavian countries sorted. I've got control of the North Sea. Occasionally I'm dipping into Heiligen Bight or Skagerrak. In fact, Germany now have wandered away from their home country completely. Obviously fascinated with Russia, just leaving me to walk in. So that's realistic. But the ferrying now is in full swing, and we're going to need that. France is not the easiest country to take, although Germany looks completely easy to take in this particular game. The line that I'm going to finish with, it runs from St. Petersburg through all of Germany, and all of France and Iberia, Spain and Portugal down the bottom there, and that's it. That's all you need to do. I suppose for entertainment's sake you could try to not attack France and see if you can go through the centre of Europe against the AIs, I mean. When I'm playing diplomacy, I do like to make sure of a move. I'd rather progress through the game slowly and surely than allow somebody to sneak in behind the lines, because that's such a waste, so much time having to go back and make amends for it. As you'll see in the Turkey video, I let that one run with a mistake just because it was fun. But also, with Turkey in this particular group of AIs, you do have to play slightly strangely, because this the programming here tends to favour Russia, Austria, and therefore, because Russia and Austria play better than the others, Italy and Austria never attack each other, it seems, when it plays both of those nations. Italy is therefore a barrier for Turkey, and it can well go Turkey's way. So you're effectively up against 3, which is really tough at diplomacy. So in order to break through that, you're going to have to come up with something bizarre to throw it off. Anyway, I'm digressing horribly here. With England, you can see I'm just basically polishing off France, and we're getting very close now. It's just a case of getting those armies moving. So it's slow, but sure. I mean, there's so many of those armies now ready to pounce. There's a bit of pouncing there, look. By the way, feel free to comment. If you see that I missed something obvious, please comment. If you like the way the game was played, please comment. Do you play the AIs just for a bit of speed entertainment? I mean, we all know it's not proper diplomacy, but, you know, this was played... most of the games that I've played in this series took between 12 minutes and 30 minutes to complete, depending on who I was playing. So... it's quite a nice way of spending, you know, a short amount of time. It's sad, isn't it, with this AI that you can almost guarantee that you're going to win certain things because you know it won't support itself properly. I can't remember if it defends Tunis successfully on this occasion, but it certainly doesn't later on. No, I didn't get in on that occasion. So you see I've got that purple line that I was talking about there. And I have to say, you know, it just looks great the way the map changes colour. I know it's just a small, simple thing, but I think that's one of the reasons why I've done this series is just to show you the finishing line, if you like, for each country. I covered the openings in a previous series. Well, okay, this is not against real people, and therefore only half counts, but you still have to go through the mechanics, and real people or not, you are going to end up with positions similar to these at the end of the game, end of a successful game. So that's it, 18 exactly. That's a whole game with England in under 14 minutes. More diplomacy stuff at historygamer.com.